A huge thank you to the EA Creator Network for allowing me to get this early capture footage for you guys. Now remember, this build of the game I'm playing is still a work in progress, and now let's get into the video. College Football 25 has a ton of new gameplay features, and this video is going to tell you about all the most important ones and the best ways to actually use them in-game. Now, we got to start with the switch stick. This feature is literally insane. It's one of the most game-changing things ever. Look right here, I have my user in the middle of the field, and I'm able to switch stick to the sideline and pick off a corner route that would have been wide open. This thing will legitimately change entire games if you get really good at it. So how do you actually switch stick, and what are some ways you can use this on defense to make your defense better? Well, switch sticking itself is super basic and anybody can actually do this. All right, all you have to do is flick the right stick in the direction of whatever coverage defender you want to switch onto mid-play. Now, the rule for this is that it has to be a pass play. The quarterback can't have thrown the ball already, so the ball's still in his hands. And your user, who you're starting on, has to be in a coverage assignment. So it looks like this right here, right? Let's snap the ball, and I want to go to my right flat. We'll just flick it to the right. Let's say now I want to go back to the middle. We'll just go back to the middle. You can even go diagonally here. Let's see if I can get to the top right. We get to the top right. We get to the bottom left like this? No, we can't. If there's a guy in the way, it's going to go to wherever you point the right stick. And what's important is that it's based on where your player is, not where the zone is. So watch right here. I'm supposed to be a middle deep blue. I go all the way down here. Let's go down to the middle. And I switch stick to the right. We go onto the flat defender. So it's based on where your defender is, not where the zone is. So how can you use this on defense? The easiest way that you'll see immediate results on is running basic zone coverages where you know where all of your defenders are going to be, right? You can see where they're going to go. And then, especially in your flats, if you see them attacking an area that's open in that area, like that's open, you can switch stick onto a defender that's near there and then go and like lurk it. So we'll go right here. Oh, they're attacking the right flat. Oh, boom, we're there. We get the pick. We do. Bada boom, bada bing. I just did that with 2 controllers. I'm actually impressed with myself. Very basic though, right? You could also do that. You know, we could get super aggressive and do that with the deep blue, right? Which would be very aggressive, but you can do that. Another way I love this is, let's say a hypothetical. Let's close our eyes and bear with me for a moment. Let's say you're playing someone who's pounding the rock, just toting. Well, I actually really like going into like a cover 3. Let's go into a cover 3 shell, and then using this high safety, bring them into the box for extra run support. But if they pass, I just simply switch stick off of him onto a coverage defender. And just like that, you get a benefit of an extra guy in the box, and you can then just switch stick onto an underneath defender like you would be anyways if you're just usering, so you don't lose any kind of coverage, right? Boom. Oh, right there, I actually tried switch sticking on a run. You see me hit stick, right? You cannot switch stick on the run. You cannot. If we go pass play again right here, show it one more time, right? I'm expecting run. Oh, it's a pass. Switch stick down, and now we're just on a normal coverage defender. That is the 2 easiest ways I found to utilize switch stick from day one. We now have what are called DIY or do-it-yourself reverses. And the way they work is actually pretty cool, where you have the option to either hand it off as a reverse or just run the play as is. So right here, we actually decide to hand it off as a reverse. And you see there's massive gains that you can have on these plays. But I could have kept it with Jalen Milroe right there if I chose to. All you do is on this reverse, when the reverse guy, I guess, gets close to you, all you got to do is simply tap LB or L1, and you'll hand the ball off. Right here, here's a direct snap, and we decide to do the reverse, and the defense actually plays a little bit better on it. So they're not overpowered, but they can definitely work. Now, this time, I'm going to run the reverse, but when I tap LB, or actually this time, I'm not going to tap LB, and you'll see that I get to just keep this as a normal power. Boom. Now, we do get a penalty on that, but it's not related to the actual play. I'm curious, what's up? Did we get holding? Is that the play call? Is that it, ref? Yeah. Nice. This right here is one of the coolest things they've added to College Football 25. So let's run this play, see if we can get a 4th and short, and then we're going to break it down here. So when you get to the line of scrimmage on offense, if you hold L3 or left trigger on Xbox and push the right stick to the left, so just hold this left trigger, right stick to the left, you'll see where everybody's going to block. This works on run plays and pass plays. Now, there's 2 types of blocking here. There's the red lines, which are all one-on-one blocks. That's actually what we see right here. But sometimes, and we'll see if we can pick up this 4th down and show you on the next play, you'll actually see blue lines, which is a double team with the goal of getting to the next level. So let's see if we get any examples of this right here. We do. On the left side, you see we have a double team on the left of screen defensive end, and then they're going to try to work up to that backer. Now, mind you, the defense could loop. They could change their alignment. They could blitz. So it could change your blocking, but this gives you an idea. Or sometimes they're just not able to get to the second level, right? That's just football. Now, this works on pass plays too, using the left trigger and right stick. Or on passing plays, we can actually hold the left bumper or L1 on PlayStation, and it's going to pull up the pass protection screen. Now, this will give us an idea of where we're going right now. We have full slides. If you select a full slide to the left or right, that's going to block our halfback, or a half slide is going to put our running back onto a check and release. So you see that little halfback mic symbol right there in the middle of your screen? If that guy blitzes, that halfback is going to block. If he doesn't, halfback's going to go out. Look right there. He blitzed, halfback blocked. We're able to pick it up pretty well and deliver a nice little beam over the middle of the field. Being able to see our blocks is insane and one of the biggest adds ever because it should do a good job against meta run defenses, meta blitzes, and just give us an idea of what our blockers are actually going to be doing each play. So the option game in College Football 25 has actually changed quite a bit. First, let's talk about read options. Then we'll get into some pitch options here in a second. If you want to keep the ball with your quarterback, you have to press A or X on PlayStation. This is going to make the quarterback pull the ball from the running back. So that's why. If you want your running back to keep it, don't push anything. So let's see right here. And I'm going to keep it actually. So I had to hold A or X. I'm going to slide down to avoid wear and tear. Next up is with load options, speed options, any kind of option where you are tossing the ball, right? Triple option as well. There's two different types of pitches. The first type is just by tapping the left bumper or L1 on PlayStation. That's going to be a quick pitch. The second one is if you hold it, it's going to be a slower pitch. The quick pitch is going to be faster, obviously, but if you don't have the Option King ability, it's going to be more inaccurate. I've used Quinn Ewers, and I've done this, and the ball has been behind my running back where he's had to reach out, and it's totally like ruined the momentum, and he's gotten tackled when I felt like he was in a good spot. The slower pitch is going to make sure it's accurate, but if you're in a tight situation where you're getting hit and you do the slower pitch, you're probably going to fumble the ball, right? So there's give and take. Now, if you double tap this, you can actually fake pitch it. It's not really something I do. I do it kind of like to troll people or like try to fake out a user, but keep that in mind. So right here, we'll go slow pitch. Boom. And we're able to do it. If I was getting like hit right there though, or I need to really get rid of the ball, I would have just tapped it and done a much faster pitch. So this is a throw on what's called revamped passing. You can see that little meter like that. That's what revamped passing looks like. And this is a throw on placement and accuracy, and you can see how that meter is a little bit different. Now, let me explain to you what the actual differences are here. There's actually 4 different ways we can throw the ball. We have passing type, placement, and accuracy. That's freeforming from Madden if you've played the past couple of years. We have, I'm gonna wait for this watermark to move. We have regular placement. I am not using this. I use this for like 2 days. No, you have no say over the accuracy, so you just get random. Don't do this. Accuracy is up to the ratings. We want placement and accuracy because we get some say on the accuracy. Or we have revamped passing. This is new to college football. And if you are just getting back into things or you don't like freeforming, use this. Just use revamped passing. It's the simplest. Then we have classic passing. I think we're just moving away and away from this. So, I mean, you could do this as like old style. Maybe you'll like it. I'm not using it at all. Now, revamped passing, I'll make some throws with it, is literally just all left stick. And then you control how much power you put on the ball with that meter that's going to pop up here. So we'll go back to the post. See right there, I didn't fully max that out. And so it was more of like a lob, a little bit like lofted almost. But just less power, really. Now, with revamp passing, I talked to a dev about this. You get access to more ball trajectories than you will on placement and accuracy. So keep that in mind. And it's a little bit simpler. You don't have to hold the left trigger. You're just pushing the left stick in the direction. My issue with it, there's a few reasons why I'm using placement and accuracy, is one, there's no like feedback early on about where the ball's going until it's already like going to where you're throwing, essentially. So I had a few instances where I was like, I didn't think I put the ball there, but okay, I guess. And 2, you don't have much say over the accuracy. If it's inaccurate, it's just inaccurate. That's purely on the rating side of things, okay? Now, with placement and accuracy, and again, I think you should use this. if you are just getting back into it, if you didn't like freeform, you just want something simpler, this is good. Like, don't get me wrong, this is good. Now, placement accuracy, this is what we've been doing on Madden with freeforming. I will be using this because it gives me more range, and it's the same as we do in Madden, so I'm just comfortable with it, and it'll keep it the same between the games. And here, we can do the same left stick thing, right? Or I could get even more range by holding the left trigger, okay? So that's going to let me extend kind of the range I'm able to throw. So right here, let's see. We'll just kind of do it on that throw. Not super noticeable on short throws, but a little bit more noticeable down the field. And on top of that, we can do what's called blue passing. Let's see if I can get one. Yeah. So if we time it correctly, we'll blue pass. And blue passes pretty much are 100% going to be accurate. At least as far as I know. Okay. Now, as we learn more and more about this, you see right there, I mistime it. And then it goes into just like a ratings thing. I will say if you mistime it a lot, I think it feels like there's more of a penalty on placement accuracy. So this is something that very well could change for me. I would say for you, consider trying both and just kind of see which one you like more. For me, though, it's either revamped or it's placement and accuracy. It's not the others. To quickly showcase what these other settings are, by the way, pass lead slowdown, I have off. That's only for CPU play. I'm not going to deep dive it. Pass lead increase, I have on small, actually, almost always. This is like near in Madden, and it's just going to show how much like range you have. So if you have pass lead increase on medium, you can push the ball even further. Large, even further. None, can't really push it at all. And this applies to revamp passing as well. So keep that in mind. I think you probably should start probably on small just because you're just getting used to it. And then reticle speed, this is only on freeform passing or placement and accuracy. And I have mine at 15, although I might change it. Some of this stuff is definitely subject to change. So, just keep that in mind. As I get more and more comfortable with it, I'm sure my opinion could change. Another really cool thing they've added to this game is the idea of covered shells. Now this, if you go to select a defensive play and you look at the bottom of your screen, you'll see shell. And you'll see right now I have shell cover 4. But if I use the right stick, I can go over and go cover 6, default, cover 0, cover 2 man, cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, etc., etc. Default will just take the shape of whatever coverage you actually call. So let's go into double mug here, and let's go into a cover 3 shell, but I'm actually going to call mid blitz, okay? So I'm going to show cover 3, but I'm actually calling a heavy man blitz, and you kind of see what this would look like right here. Now, you can set yourself up for success here, or this could end up hurting you, but you can super disguise everything you're doing. If you were looking at this defense, you would never think mid blitz, right? You can do this for a bunch of different things. This takes the place of baseline, which is super popular in Madden, and I love this idea that you can do with the different shells to give different looks and to disguise your looks. By the way, if you didn't know, every quarterback has Hot Route Master now. So I'm going to go over every single hot route you can make in this game. First, let me just put everybody on a streak so no one's distracted. To hot route in this game, you're going to press Y or triangle, and then you'll select the receiver you want to hot route. Now, let's start with an outside wide receiver on the right. So we're going to go over here, select B, and you'll see we have a bunch of different options with the left stick, right stick, and D-pad. So this is what a fade looks like. This is what an in route looks like. This is what a curl route looks like. This is what a speed out looks like. So that's all the left stick. Now, if we go to the right stick, we have a drag. We have a slant. We have a post, which this is actually really cool. I think this post route from the outside wide receiver could be really good in a lot of offenses. And then we also have a corner, which is also known as a C route in like competitive or like in Madden slang, okay? Then with the D-pad, we have a deep dig. We have a deep cross. We have a bang 8, which I don't know how you'd use this route, but maybe it's insane. Someone else will find that out. And then we also have the triple option, which is another route that I really don't use, but could be cool maybe. So let's then move on to the tight end. Now, the tight end, he gets all the same left stick basically, so we're not going to go over that. But then tight end slants are back into the game. We also have a tight end drag, a tight end post, which is always really, really good, and then a tight end corner route as well, which is also really good. Next up, we have a trail route, which is cool. We have a hook or a snag, some people call them. And then we have a tight end wheel, which is also really, really good. And then a tight end deep cross, another really good route. Let's then move on to the slot. feel free to pause or rewind this because there's a lot going on here, okay? But I want to showcase all this. I think it's really cool. Maybe you don't. Slot wide receivers. We have all the same left stick. I'm not going to go over those. We have the post. We have the corner. We have the drag and the slant. But then we also have a zig route. That's with the D-pad. We have a deep cross. That could be useful. We have a short cross. I don't know how that's much different than the slant and the drag. It's like a little bit different, but like use case, I don't know. And then we also have a wheel from the slot, which is really, really cool. Now with our running backs, these are pretty basic. You know, left stick's all the same. Right stick, we have a flat, which I use this a ton. This gets called a table route a lot. We have a swing left. We have a swing right. We have a triple option, which against zone, he'll sit, and against man, he'll go to the left or right. And then we also have a Texas, which is really good. If you've played Madden, you know how good Texas routes are. We have a corner route from him. Yeah. We have a post route from him. I haven't used this, but maybe it's tough. And then we also have a wheel route from him as well. Now, that's all the hot routes, but let's say we put a corner route on our slot wide receiver, okay? If you go back to hot route him and hold LB or L1 and then push the left stick down or push it all the way up, you can custom stem this route to go whatever distance you want. So 4th and 1, maybe we make it really short. 4th and 50, maybe we make it go 50. Now keep in mind, if you go really, really deep, you probably just won't have time for this to develop. But if you do, it might be a dot. I don't know. That's all the hot routes, though. Kicking in this game is very hard. Let's see if we can drill. We drill our first one. So thank you. I had to sit down and practice. Guy missed way too many field goals. I missed 3 field goals against a dude, and then he drilled a game winner against me, and I was sick afterwards. So the way you kick in this game, though, is you have to aim this little kicking meter, obviously, but you have to aim it with the left stick. All right. Now we aim it with the left stick, and then you're gonna tap and hold A at some point. Okay, ideally in the middle, because that's going to keep you as accurate as possible. So we're going to do that. Then when we hold it, you're going to see this bar fills up. Now, you don't want it to fill all the way like that where it showed red, because you get a penalty, you get like an accuracy penalty for getting it all the way to the top. But you want to get it very close to the top. So we'll see if we do it again right here. Yeah, pretty good. It could have been a little bit more power, just like that. Now, these kicks are, again, they are hard. One little tip I have for you guys is to try to time it off one side. So I usually do off the left side and like boom, bounce off the left, and we're gonna. Oh, I got that tip from my guy D-Croft. He plays competitive Madden and whatnot. He's very, very good at the game. But let's see, drill it, boom, boom, but okay, we can't end on a miss. Come on, boom, make the field goal, Kenny. Make the field goal, Kenny. Good job. There we go. Moving on to the next one. Here's Western Michigan University. Go Broncos. On the road at Alabama. And you see, when I try to see my play art, one, it'll show me like the wrong play sometimes. All my lines are squiggly. You see, I can't see 2 of my icons. If I try to make hot routes, I'm missing my right slot wide receiver, my inside slot, and my left ISO. If I try to like hot route, yeah, you can see a little question mark on them. And we just took a false start for trying to make a hot route inside of 5 seconds on the play clock, which happens a lot when you're on the road. So a couple pieces of advice I have for you is, one, I believe you can actually like quiet the crowd as a quarterback. I don't believe this actually does anything, but you literally have to do things to quiet the crowd. Like right here, it literally just showed the wrong play for a second. But you have to do things that would actually quiet the crowd in real life. So if you can get big plays, like, and obviously it's easier said than done, but if you could run easy plays that don't require much like hot routes or anything like that, and you can get big plays, that'll quiet the crowd. So like something I might do is call like a read option I did earlier, or like a halfback screen right there, and we're able to get a big play. And now I'm curious, what does that crowd meter show on the top right in this next play? Let's see. It is still, they're still very loud. Alabama. The Crimson Tide fans, you see my players really changing and stuff, dude. The Crimson Tide crowd is very, very loud. Boom. Nice. I have seen if you get defensive stops, that helps you a ton. If you get, obviously, big plays, anything that would kind of quiet the crowd in real life consistently will help a lot in this. And this, I believe, is only available inside of Dynasty and Play a Friend. So if you're like a Road to College Football Playoffs guy or a MUT guy or Cut, I'm sorry. If you're a Cut guy, this won't apply to you. But when it does, you feel it. You feel it. Look at the little circle around my quarterback's feet right here. Now, on the left side, you see 3 yellow bars. Those are 3 out of 5 possible wear and tear bars. Ideally, you have 5. Look at my halfback. He has 5 green bars on his left, whereas my quarterback had 3 yellow bars. This means that my quarterback is actually worn and torn. And you see right here, we're going to take another hit. That is going to wear and tear him even more. Now, what does wear and tear actually mean here? Well, my quarterback is getting some sort of like attribute reductions. So if we hold left trigger and actually push the right stick down, we can see that he is hurt in his rib. So that's just what it's showing. So it's probably not actually hurting too much of his throwing stats, but you could be hurt in your arm. You could be hurt, somewhere else, and it can have a huge impact. I've had my running backs get hurt, and they suck after they get hurt, right? So it's really important, honestly, that you try to avoid some big hits. And again, if you look on the bottom, underneath the little circle, right, by his feet, 3 yellow bars he has. Running back has 5 green bars. He's totally good. But if we keep it right here, try trucking, boom. Let's see. Oh, he just got hurt because we kept going with him. So he's done. The wear and tear thing, I have injuries on. So if you didn't have injuries on, you would just keep on getting hurt. But yeah, look, Jay Hoover has -3 mid accuracy, 4 throw power, 2 carrying, -1 carrying, -4 mid accuracy, 4 throw power. Like, this dude should not be playing quarterback anymore. Now, on my team, he's going back out there. But I'm just saying, hypothetically, he probably shouldn't be. Some ways to reduce wear and tear are calling timeouts, quarters, halftime, or by literally subbing them out and giving them rest. They'll start to get their wear and tear back. So next, I want to talk about the ability system in this game. Now, there's like 78 or so of these abilities, and they're separated by physical abilities, or you see Road Dog right here, which is a mental ability. Now, you'll also see there's 4 tiers. We have bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And the differences here is, let's go to Jammer, right? This ability. Bronze is a slightly increased ability to press receivers at the line of scrimmage. Silver is moderately increased. Gold is significantly increased, and platinum is ultimate ability. And that's kind of how all of these end up working out. Whereas in Madden, you just have the ability and it's like a guarantee. This is a little bit more similar to, I'd say, like 2K that has like bronze, silver, kind of like that. And then this is just a odds increase instead of, again, like Madden, it is a guarantee. And if you enjoyed this video, check out this one right here where I played a full gameplay of College Football 25 utilizing a ton of these gameplay features.